So hello everyone, and welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. We are here for the new moon in Virgo, new Regiment secret code name readings. All right, for those of you not familiar with secret code names and what they are here on the channel, these readings are purchased by individuals via my Etsy shop. All right, that link's in the description. They're purchased by individuals, and those individuals, once they're purchased, get a secret code name. So they know which reading is their personal reading. This is someone's personal reading. The beauty of these, however, is that because we are all connected and going through similar healing, similar lessons, similar upgrades, whenever you are drawn to one in divine time, there is most likely a message in here for you. All right, so take them as they resonate if you have been drawn to it. And thank you to those who have participated and purchased readings. Not only are you helping yourself, but you are helping many others along the way, and you are greatly appreciated. So with that said, we are going to get right into the message. This is secret code name River Rocks, and for it I'm using my Wild Unknown archetype cards by Kim Kranz. I'm also using her Wild Unknown Tarot, and I'm using my Rumi Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So, secret code name River Rocks, and those who would be drawn to this message in divine time. What is the archetypal energy or the embodiment of the new regiment of energy you are moving into, right? The new chapter, because new moons are all about manifesting, and manifesting is all about vibes. So what is the energy, right? Ooh, we got the underworld. We've got the underworld, which is interesting because I was just talking about Persephone and the underworld in Sunshine's reading. So the underworld. Card number 48. I want to say 48 if my Roman numerals do not deceive me. 48. Yes. The underworld. The nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. This is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. When light, this archetypal energy exudes bravery, depth, and the facing of deepest fears. In its darkness, it is denial, suppression, evil, and unconsciousness. To go deeper, read Meeting the Shadow, edited by Connie Zwig and Jeremiah Abrams. Search for images of a map of Dante's Inferno. What does the story of epic descent stir in you? One of the earliest stories on record is that of the goddess Inanna's descent. Turns out descending into the underworld is as old as time itself. The underworld. Breathe, because you wouldn't be going into this chapter if you couldn't fucking handle it. And if spirit didn't know that you'd come out brighter on the other side. Because when we go into the underworld, we already have a light that's bright. However, that light can in fact be more luminous. It can be more brilliant. It can be more bright. Which is interesting because before I came in here, I had stopped to take a quick lunch break. And there is several rooms in the house that I'm in that have no windows. And one is my foyer room. So when I first walk in, there is zero light. It is complete darkness. And one nightlight plugged into the wall was not bright enough. So I found a second one and plugged that in too. And now there's a lot more light in that little teeny foyer room, and you don't have to walk across it to hit the switch, okay? So there is a benefit to the darkness challenging you to solve problems that create a brighter self, right? A brighter scenario. So no matter how long this phase is, it could be between now and the next new moon. It could be between now and the full moon. It could be between now and date X. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the rest of your lifetime. It's just the chapter you're moving through. The underworld is where we find our strengths and use our strengths in order to identify our weaknesses and strengthen our weaknesses. In the dark, in order to become brighter, we must strengthen our weaknesses. Is your weakness jealousy? Well, in order to strengthen that, you must find security within the self. What are your weaknesses? Because self-security would then be the weakness, right? If the weakness is jealousy, then the true weakness is insecurity. How do we strengthen that area? By becoming more self-secure. There's a lot of transformation that takes place, because when we talk about the underworld, we're talking about scorpionic energy. This is where the South Node is, as of current. The South Node is in Scorpio. And so this is a period where transformation in your darkest places is truly necessary to come out brighter on the other side. This period of time, this energetic new regiment, is like fasting from all your weaknesses in order to detox, right? The new energetic regiment. The new energetic regiment is really getting you in this vibration of starving out your fears, starving out your actual weaknesses, so that you can strengthen the light of what is truly weak when your shadow is strong. Like I said, if you're insecure and jealous, then to strengthen that weakness of not being self-secure, that's what needs to be strengthened, right? Self-security needs to be strengthened. That's your weak spot. Maybe a weak spot for you is financial independence and constantly feeling like you have to depend on other people to take care of your physical world needs. And so this is a time where you really focus on financial independence. right? Maybe that's a weakness of yours, being financially independent. And so that's what needs to strengthen. This is what the archetypal energy of the underworld is all about. So, powerful soul. What does this look like? What does this look like? Okay. Ace of Cups reversed, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Swords reversed. These energies, it's about seeing things from a different perspective, where you think you're pouring love out to everybody. You love everyone, you would do anything for anyone, and love is just pouring out of you. Can you perceive that instead of saying, I'm super loving? Can you see that for the perspective shift, right, from the other side? That's, you have no love left for yourself. You're draining out. You're emptying. What love are you giving to you? What time are you giving to you? What consideration are you giving to you? What mercy are you showing yourself when you flip the cup upright and drink your own light? You're not being drained out of light if you're drinking your own. You're nurturing yourself with your own light. This phase, if your weakness, if your weakness is overgiving to your detriment, that you can't say no. Someone asks you for something and you can't say no. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't have the time. Maybe you really don't have the energy. Maybe you really don't have the means to do it the way you would want to do it. Whatever they say, you can't help it. You got to say yes. You want to be there for them. Your weakness is in self-approval. Your weakness is in self-compassion. Your weakness is in self-mercy. Your weakness is in self-love. These are the things you're going to work on strengthening. These are the things you're going to work on seeing differently. And that is going to be what releases the nightmare of the underworld. Look at the symbolism with the worms and the carcass and the eyeballs. Literally, we've got eyeballs in both cards, worms and death. This is how you get out of the underworld. The reading just straight up told you. How the fuck do you get out of this? How do you get out of this stage in the healing and the evolution of your elevation? How do you get out? Honey, you've got to drink your own light. You've got to strengthen those weaknesses. You have to understand, if you can't do it, someone else will. And if no one else can, it's not meant for them. And it's not meant for them for a divine reason. You're going to have to learn to say no to others, because you absolutely have to learn to say yes to yourself. Yes, you matter. Yes, your time is important. Yes, your energy is important. Yes, you have things to do. Yes, you are a priority. Yes, you care enough about yourself to tell someone else that I'm sorry, but you're going to have to figure it out. I'm not the solution this time. I might not be the solution anymore, depending on what it is. I might not be your Band-Aid. I might not be your crutch. And you're going to have to figure it out. I can't keep saving you, because you need to learn how to save yourself, just like me. Constantly helping people that are constantly drowning in their own created shit. They're in your mirror. Surprise. Surprise. So the guidance, please. For secret code name, River Rock. What card above all others? You know, secret code name River Rocks. If you think about it, river rocks are smooth because of years of water flowing across them. Years of it. Micro abrasion over time. The river is the universe. Yeah, you can take the rocks out of the river and you can physically rub them together and smooth them out, but you're fucking tired. The universe does it naturally. You don't have to take the rocks out of the river to make them smooth. The universe will do that on its own. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Card number 10. The Celestial Rose of Ma. Celestial Rose of Ma. Card number 10. I love this card so much, I've highlighted in it. Celestial Rose of Ma. Perhaps I will be scraped and I will bleed, yet that is not enough to deter me, to prevent me from accepting this gift. Something so precious must be allowed more than this to thrive. Thorns are barbs that keep away those that would consume the creation without appreciating its worth and beauty. Yes, those thorns serve an essential purpose. I, the rose, and so I love the thorns too. In love with the gentleness that must be considered to handle something so beautiful as you. Feminine love can lift you beyond what you have known, beyond self-imposed limits, by the uplifting of grace. You will begin to think thoughts you have never dared to think before, and you will feel moved by life, by its sacredness elusive to you. The feminine is the receptivity of the self, the feminine aspect, the yin, right? The yin, the love of yin, you must be willing to receive from yourself. You will be open and surrendered in a way you have longed to be, but in a way you've never known quite how to go about. This gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and new opportunity, a thriving release of your unique soul into the world. It is a gift worth having. The value of the gift is what tears at you, but is essential for you to receive the rose. Your thorn may be the love you need to let go of for now, so you are open to your present rather than haunted past. Your thorn may be the fear that if you grow too vibrant and embrace the magnificence of your being, others will shun you out of jealousy or fear and leave you alone. Your thorn may be a constant need to bargain with life that you shall take one step provided certain unwanted events don't take place, rather than just accepting it and living as it is presented to you. Your thorn may be looking deep within the heart and removing a crown of thorns, representative of your suffering over a long, long time, and letting it go, allowing the heart to heal. Realizing that even great suffering has not tarnished its radiance, but only allowed it to grow strong. Perspective. You are ready for love, free from expectation. Oh, those thorns. They have served their purpose. Not in and of themselves, but rather that they have proven you worthy of the rose and ready now to receive its beauty, healing, and grace. Whatever your thorns are or have been, be willing to deal with them, to face them, and most importantly, to release them without any shred of doubt, shame, guilt, or recrimination. They have served, and now their purpose has been completed. The celestial rose of Ma promises a gift worth so much more than any pain you are holding on to. Say aloud, in my open heart, I know myself to be a child of the universe with my life unfolding according to sublime grace. Help me surrender whatever stands in the way, release pain, and be open to joy. You're learning how to protect yourself so that people can't just snatch up your fucking beauty and walk away with it. You're learning that your thorns serve a purpose. And that the right people will be able to handle you delicately and ask for permission to have you and the beauty that you are in their life. It keeps people from just grabbing you. It takes a delicate hand to hold the rose and cut it just right, to take it with them. takes an even smarter hand to see the beautiful rose with thorns and say, I don't even want to remove it from where it is. I'm just going to water it where it is and let it grow. It's so beautiful. I wouldn't dare cut it. Let people love you for who you are, not what you sacrifice for them. It's less draining. Just let people love you for who you are and not what you do for them. Love that way too. Love people for who they are, not what they do for you. Valuable lessons. Valuable lessons. Love is not equated with conditions and expectations. Love just is. And that's the new regiment manifesting. The new energetic alignment that you will find yourself in. A very beautiful, beautiful state of self. This journey, I've gone through the fucking underworld. I've been there. And I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went. Till next time. Take care.